Hey guys, we're gonna try this one more time. Welcome back to Countdown to Christmas, sponsored by Roaring Tides. Vicky here. This is now day 3, and we're gonna be recapping and reviewing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie from 1964. It's a Christmas special. As it starts off, you see a newspaper clipping and a big snowstorm. Then it reverts to a snowman sliding along past some trees, and he announces himself as Sam the Snowman. He goes on to say that, he asks if we know the actual story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Do you? Also, Sam also gives a little, as he's going from one tree to another, you get a look at the Claus house, the Claus castle, I mean, which is where Santa makes his toys. With his elves, that is. Oh, excuse me. I know it's a mess. Anyway, and Mrs. Claus is not happy because Santa hasn't been eating the way he should. And Santa's concentration is veered off because he's thinking about Christmas coming. And he tells Mrs. Claus that. Okay, and wow, Rudolph's dad is Donner. And according to the movie, it was spring whenever Rudolph was born, and he knew his name right away. But when his parents saw Rudolph's nose light up the first time, they were more shocked than anything else. They saw it as a disability rather than anything else. And unfortunately, Santa felt the same way as Rudolph's parents regarding his nose. Well, it appears they elected to hide Rudolph's shiny nose, at least for the first year anyway. But can't always hide the obvious, I guess, because it came out in a big way. Anyway, during the first year of Rudolph's life, his dad Donner taught him the ins and outs of being a reindeer, what he could teach him. You see, he taught him how to get food, how to beware of the abominable snow monster. all that stuff. The Abominable, he's mean, he's nasty, and he hates anything to do with Christmas. Meanwhile, at the North Pole, the elves are busy with getting toys made and packaged and all that before the big trip on the 24th of December. But there was one elf who would rather work on teeth. That elf, of course, is Herbie, who would rather be a dentist than an elf. And Herbie admits to his boss he doesn't like to make toys. In his heart, he wants to be a dentist instead. Meanwhile, back at Rudolph's home base, his dad forces him to wear something over his nose to hide the shine on his nose. Just so he'll get picked for Santa's sleigh team. And then, in the next clip, Rudolph shows up with the other fawns to practice the flying and everything. It is here he meets Clarice, his soon-to-be girlfriend. Who actually finds him quite handsome. Obviously, it seems like neither one of them will truly fit in at first. But that does change later on. You see, Rudolph winds up saving them with his new friend's help. After a run-in with Clarice's father and his own, he decides to go off on his own. Rudolph decides to go off on his own. It is there, then he meets Herbie. You see, they later on meet Yukon Cornelius, who has an obsession with silver and gold. He can't decide which he wants more, but I don't think either one of them will matter to him as long as he gets one. Anyway, after being gone for, I think, a year or two, Rudolph is able to come to terms with his nonconformity, as they call it in the story. Rudolph decides to head home. And his parents and Clarice, who had gone out to look for him, they were captured by the Abominable. Well, with Yukon and Herbie's help, Rudolph was able to save them. And they met back up with Santa, who sees Rudolph in a new light. I know, nice pun. Anyway, he agrees to... Oh, geez. Well, before he left, they wound up on the island of Misfit Toys. It was there that he agreed to ask Santa to give them each of the Misfits a island of Misfit Toys, the toys there, a home. Well, Santa agreed to the request, and because of the big snowstorm, he was debating on whether or not it was safe to go out. But after being reminded of Rudolph's shiny nose, he suggested that Rudolph lead the team with his nose on, shining away. Which settled the story once and for all. Oh, and just so you know, Herbie was able to open up a dentist office after Christmas with his old boss, his first patient. Yukon, who they feared dead after his run-in with the Abominable, actually was able to the Abominable was actually able to figure out a way to help the others by putting the star on this super high tree. And Cornelius settled on his way as well, on his search for silver and gold. This movie was actually pretty cute, and it was very nostalgic with me now as an adult. I can look back on it fondly and remember what I liked about it, what I loved about it, actually. It was very sweet and cute. And I gladly shared it with my own daughters. And I hope each and every one of you will like it too. There are a lot of catchy songs in the video too, so thumbs up on that too. Can't go wrong with the music. Anyway, with that said, that'll be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this look back, and we will see you in tomorrow's video. Let's see what tomorrow's is. Frosty the Snowman. Okay. We will catch you then. See you guys.
See ya.
Bye.